Okay, I want to talk about a couple of the arguments of Democrats that absolutely fall flat on their face. Number one, Trump doesn't listen to the science. Number two, Trump is a bad president because we have so many millions of people filing for unemployment claims. Okay, why are millions and millions of people, why have they filed for unemployment claims? Why? Because of the lockdown. You cannot have one without the other. It is absolutely impossible. When you lock down, you're putting millions of people across this country out of work. Businesses fail. You're destroying the country financially. And why did Trump lock down? Because the scientists told him to. Fauci came to him and said, "Sir, I'm sorry, but you're going to have to shut the country down." And Trump did it. Why? Because Trump does listen to the science. He didn't listen, so that destroys that argument that he doesn't listen to the scientists. He didn't listen the first time, or the second time, or the third or fourth. No, Trump listened to Fauci the first time. Fauci came to him, and the first time he said, "Sir, you're going to have to shut the country down." Trump didn't want to do it, but he listened to the experts. He listened to the science, and he shut the country down. Because the country was shut down is why millions of people were put out of work. It is why millions of unemployment claims have been filed. Not because he's a bad leader, because he is a good leader and he listened to the science. You cannot have a lockdown without millions of people being out of work and thus filing for unemployment. You cannot have one without the other. And he shut it down because the experts told him to. And yet they want to complain, "Oh, well, millions of people unemployed. Look what Trump did." No, Trump didn't do it. He was listening to the experts that told him to lock it down. And Democrats state that they are for the shutdown. And they think it should still be all shut down right now. So Democrats are for the shutdown, yet they know with the shutdown, you're going to have millions of people out of work thus filing for unemployment. Yet they want to bitch about millions of people being out of work and having to file unemployment claims. Now, how stupid is that? They just contradicted themselves. They're for the lockdown. The Democrats are for it. They have no problem. They agree that we needed to be shut down. Yet they know that when you do shut down, millions of people are going to be out of work. They know this. And yet they want to complain about the millions of people being out of work. So what they're really saying is President Trump should have told the experts and Fauci to go to hell and kept the entire country open, which would have put us up to God knows how many deaths right now. It'd be way over 1,000,000 deaths. Is that what Trump should have done? Told the experts, "No, you go to hell. I'm not locking anything down. We're going to keep this whole country open. Now leave me alone. Get out of here." Because that's what they're saying. When they bitch about all the unemployment claims and try to blame it on Trump, that's what they're saying. Is that Trump should not have listened to the experts when they told him to shut the country down. He should have told him to go to hell, get out of the Oval Office, and leave his ass alone. If he would have done that, they really would have been bitching and saying, "Oh, well, he told the experts that, to go to hell and he's not going to listen to them. Oh, he left the country open and now we have all these deaths. He should have locked it down." You can't win with the Democrats. They're going to make sure of it. Simply because they hate Trump's guts. It's personal. It's not professional. They have no argument against his professional job. It's a personal issue. They hate this man's guts. End of discussion on that. That's a fact. Either way he went, there's no winning with the Democrats. If he wouldn't have listened to the experts and left it open, our deaths would be who knows how many more times higher than they are right now. And the Democrats would be reaming him a new one over that. But he listened to the experts and he closed it down. Thus, millions of people lost their jobs and had to file unemployment, and now they complain about that. Either way you go, they're not happy just because it's Trump. If Joe Biden, for all you Democrats listening to me right now, if you're for Joe Biden, if you're a Democrat, listen very carefully to these next few words, and I'll close the video. I'll keep it short. If Joe Biden was president right now, and not Donald Trump, but Joe Biden, the experts would have told him the same damn fucking thing. They would have said, Joe, you got to close it down. And Joe would have closed it down. And you would have the same fucking results. Millions of jobs lost. Millions of people having to file for unemployment. Nothing would have changed. The results would have been the same. Because they would have told Joe the same thing they told Trump. For God's sakes, you fucking stupid ass idiots. Shut it down. You think everything would have been different if Joe would have been in office? That it would have never made its way to the country because Joe's a demigod. He has magical powers from somewhere in the universe, and there wouldn't have been a single case, a single death. America would have been the land of prosperity and happiness, and it would be a nonstop Disneyland. Everything would be hunky-dory and perfect and wonderful. Everybody else in the world would be suffering from COVID. But not the United States, because Joe is a demigod. He can see the future. He has magical wands and powers, and we wouldn't have had a single case, a single death. This would have been heaven on earth if just Joe would have been in office. Is that what you really think? Ah! Woo! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh! Oh my God! Oh shit! Oh, somebody help me! Help me, somebody! Somebody! Oh, is this what you think? Oh my God! Oh, 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 you Democrats are so funny. Joe was against the travel ban. So everybody from China and everybody else carrying the infectious COVID-19 would have been entering the United States, you dumbasses. So it would have hit the United States, even if Joe were president. Especially Joe, because he was against the travel ban. Remember? Remember? Do you remember? How quickly Democrats forget that Joe was against a travel ban. So we know for a fact, that infectious people from all over the world would have been pouring in, thus it would have entered the United States, even if Biden was president. And you know what? The deaths would have been even worse because he would have not done the travel ban and continued to let people pour in here until Fauci finally would have to say, look, you need to knock it off and put a travel ban on. By then it would have been too late. We would have over 1 million deaths right now. And Fauci testified to that fact and agreed at a press briefing in front of the damn cameras that if that travel ban would have not have been implemented when it was, we could easily, according to the science of what this thing does, we could easily have over 1 million dead right now. So don't sit here and try to blame everything on Trump. Oh, the unemployment and oh, he handled COVID so bad. Millions of unemployment claims. Nothing would have been different. Biden would not have put a travel ban on. COVID, because of that, would have still got into the country. The experts would have still told him to shut it down. And as a result of the shutdown, there would be millions of people unemployed, just like there has been under Trump. Nothing would have changed. But yet Democrats think that Joe Biden is some kind of, like the movie Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief. He's some kind of a fucking demigod, that he has almighty powers of God. He's Jesus on earth. And that if he was in charge, there wouldn't be a single case or a single death. It'd be everybody else in the world suffering. Every country on earth, but not the United States. Because Joe somehow possesses supernatural abilities to prevent this. Oh, you Democrats have nothing but arguments from ignorance, bad arguments, and every one of them fall flat on their damned face. Every one. You're laughable, Democrats. You are laughable. Good day.